this is my story of intuition. My whole life, since I was a small child, I had anxiety. Now, had I been born in a different time, in a different place, I probably would have been put on medication for anxiety. But I'm a Gen X, and so, toughed it out. But I always had anxiety. And I think the anxiety was caused from energies around me. I was always receiving intuition downloads that I didn't really know what to do with as a child, and that weren't common in my family. And so my first real experience that I remember, beyond having very vivid dreams as a child, would be when my grandfather died. Now, I loved my grandfather, but I can't say we had a really close relationship. We didn't live close to each other. I was 13 when he passed away, and I think still in the era of girls and men don't mix. Do you know what I mean? So he did stuff with my brothers, and they have great memories of him, and I have a few memories. I remember him and my dad taking me fishing, and I remember in the middle of Shelburne Harbor. I was terrified. And I remember going to watch the ox pulls with him and my dad. I loved that at the county fair. But that's about it. But when he died, he was the first person that I knew that had passed away. And so a few months after he died, I had a dream. And my grandfather came to me in my dream. And it's the first time I really was able to acknowledge that people who have passed on come to me in my dreams. And he was in my dream, and he told me how happy he was in the afterlife and that he wasn't sick anymore. And I can see him. I can see him on this large, almost like a large outdoor patio suspended in the air. It was white. It was beautiful sunny day, and he was eating all his favorites, lobster and fish and all kinds of stuff. And he told me, he said, "Jocelyn, don't you be sad. I am happy now, and I am with you." And he never called me Jocelyn. He had a hard time saying my name. He's an old country fisherman, and he called me Jocelyn. So that's what he said. Remember, he made me something one time with that on it. He couldn't really spell my name. And I remember waking up and not knowing what to do with this dream. And I told my mother, and I don't think she knew what to do with this dream either. She was like, "I think we'll just keep that to ourselves." And so for years, I kept things like this to myself. And it wasn't until I started my spiritual journey and my spiritual awakening that I realized that I had a gift, that people do visit me in my dreams. And sometimes they speak to me, and sometimes they're just there telling me they're okay now. They're enjoying life and they're watching over us. If you would like to know how to connect more with loved ones, you should join my workshop. I have a workshop coming up. It's Jocelyn from Ravenheart Tarot. Just give me a heart in the comments, and I will get the information to you. I wish you light and love.